Maysai, 6:35 a.m. Going to the Golden Triangle to see where the three countries meet. Having been in the region, the Golden Triangle, for a few days now, and had a bloody good explore. I was told that Maysai is a bit of a dump, and to be quite honest, they were right. But I like a dump. I really quite like a dump. I spent a lot of my life in dumps, and I find that the dump is where you find the real life. Like this, and it, border, human traffic. Just one last look at the most northerly point and the bridge. Notice how the flags change halfway across the bridge. Actually, yeah, halfway across the bridge. And look at the sandbags everywhere. There was big floods here recently, only a matter of months ago. And I seen the photos and the mud was up to here. You can see evidence of it in the building across the road. And there is the gate saying Thailand's most northerly point, and I am more northerly than it. Workers some, refugees some, people escaping all sorts of stuff some. But it looks at this time of the morning, it just looks like people going around the business. The town on the other side is called Tashilik. And this side on the Thai side is called Maysai. It's light. I wanted to be gone in the dark, but hey ho. 6:53. Gonna hit the road 30 kilometres to the Golden Triangle and hopefully the Opium Museum that's called World of Opium. Bloody good job done of cleaning up after them floods. Grandiose hotel that has known better times, methinks. Something about a border town. That's all it exists for, is to be a border town. And it's like it collects, for want of a better word, all of the dregs. I don't just mean human. I don't mean human dregs. I mean the dregs of stuff. The market here is bonkers. It's so cheap. You can buy a coat for 100 baht. You know, quite a stout jacket. You can buy a pair of shoes for 40 baht. And food so cheap, there's a lot of competition and nice. I really enjoyed the Burmese street food last night. It was kind of hot with a lovely sauce thing going on in it. Oh, I had a conversation with one of these guys actually. Spoke really good English. I wanted them to give me a blessing, but we didn't get around to it. He just wanted to speak his English to me. Apparently he learned English because he had an American habit. Interesting. He's quite an old fella. Knew where Wales was. Sometimes it seems to be that sometimes the best education is amongst a certain generation of people that have been educated in the monasteries. In fact, I've spoken to a couple of people that were monks for a great deal of time who went there because of the education. I mean, it can be a great start in life for someone, I guess, someone that hasn't got any other option. You get an education, you get fed, and you come out of it with some kind of mindful demeanour. orphans, problem children, you know. See a lot of young novices. I always wonder what their stories are, whether they're there voluntarily, or if they're there because they're orphan, or if because they were very naughty kids. Just round here, I reckon. I'll spot it. Big old orange fiery nuclear reaction explosion. Oh, it's behind them buildings. Which way am I going? Straight over. Just seen a bicycle recycling centre. I really wanted to stop, but it was closed and it's early. And I have 100 kilometres to go and a museum to visit. And got to work out how to get back to Chiang Mai in time. And we're going to have to put a bike on a bus if they will let me. It's getting a bit busy now. This is a busy time of day in Thailand. There we go, camera. There she blows. Oh. And I just went off the map. Oh well. It's rerouted us. It's fine. I think it's mostly flat today. I think it's one spike of a climb in it. But you know, my legs feel like they are good for climbing these days. They really did. It was so nice to get on the bike this morning and just put some power through that crank arm, you know. It felt natural. It felt right. Here we are. Thai schools. I love going through villages and towns with the schools going on. It's so innocent and lovely, you know. Little nurseries yesterday with the teachers. Fair play to the teachers. I gotta say, fair play to the teachers, isn't it? Always, teachers everywhere. But they had these little tiny things doing some kind of aerobic workout. I've got a camera in my hand that's just randomly pointing in a direction. I guess that's, you know, that's gonzo. That's what I mean by the gonzo. It would be nice to stop for a minute just to have a little moment with that sun. Really wanted to stop. Always looking for somewhere to stop. So where else are you gonna stop to have your coffee and your breakfast than a temple, a little resting place by the road, maybe a bus stop it is as well. But it's also, you know, a temple with a municipal gym. I mean, of course you're going to have a municipal gym at your temple. It's quite a common thing. It's very, very normal in this country to have these municipal exercise spaces. And as, this looks a bit old, but they are well used. They are well used, they're everywhere, and it's actually a nice thing to be out in the morning when everyone's exercising, you know. Sometimes in the little parks, especially in the cities and the bigger towns, you've got all sorts going on in the parks. And they have all of those exercise machines. There's people doing Tai Chi at dawn, there's yoga, there's all sorts of stuff, you know. Musical stuff as well, like all different flavours of aerobics, some kind of electronic dance music kind of stuff, some traditional music, young, old. It's a nice thing indeed. So what else we got for breakfast? Oranges, of course, some yogurt, a pastry. I shouldn't be having them. Pastry, not great, but it's got nice filling inside. It's kind of like creamy coconut tea flavoured stuff. And I have a mystery banana leaf. I don't think it's too much of a mystery. I hope it's not too much of a mystery because I think I know what it is. Let's see. Let's have a look. I thought it was... Oh, it's meaty ricey. I don't know if I want that for breakfast. It's awfully mincy, ricey, herby, chili-y, garlicky, very oily. And I'll have that for lunch though. But it looks very like it would make a morning cyclist rather heavy. There we go. So I guess I better document this anyway. It does seem a bit of an anticlimax after where I've been. So anyway, that little peninsula sticking out there, that's Myanmar. Over there, this is Laos. And this over there, those buildings, I mean, if you can see them, is the special economic zone. Which of course brings me back to dry land of Thailand. It's the point where the three countries meet. Maybe you can do your own research on the special economic zone. It's the Golden Triangle in Laos. It's a whole big story which I don't want to go into. It's a shame I can't go there though. I want to go there. I need a visa. My visa runs out in a few days, but you cannot now go into a country and come back in the same day, get a fresh visa. You have to be out for 2 days, and I don't have the time. So yeah, after what I've just done, it's all a bit underwhelming. I thought that was very poignant what I'd just done, and what it was I was coming down the road towards this place, and I'd seen on the map it's called Hall of Opium, and I thought it's a museum about opium, and so it is, but it's not just a museum. It's like a super centre. It's a massive, kind of huge academic-looking building in the jungle. Beautiful gardens, fountains, a lot. Opium spelt out in privet letters or tea bushes or something by the lake. And then it's like 3 stories of the whole story of opium from, from start to finish. Literally from the beginning of its history to the present day. Yeah, anyone who's in this area should go and have a look at it.